It dropped while you were sleeping. No flashy promo run, no late-night TV tease, just a single word. Swag. Lighting up billboards from Reykjavik to Times Square. Within hours, the link went live, and suddenly 31-year-old Justin Bieber, once the fresh-faced prince of teen pop and now a tattoo-inked husband and father, had re-entered the arena with a 21-track confession booth of an album. Streams spiked, timelines crashed, and every Belieber old enough to remember the baby hair flip found themselves asking the same thing. What is he trying to tell us? But if you think this record is just another glossy comeback, hold that thought, because hidden between the neon synths and gospel codas are whispers of a marriage on the brink, late-night studio tears, and a baby boy named Jack, who may have changed everything. Stick around, because by the end of this story, you'll see why some insiders swear that Bieber's biggest hit of 2025 isn't a song at all. It's the narrative he just rewrote in plain sight, the Midnight Bombshell. The rollout was classic Bieber chaos. Billboards stamped only with the word swag pop up worldwide, fans theorize for 12 wild hours, and boom, Spotify banners flip to swag at midnight PST. 21 cuts, 54 minutes, 0 features teased in advance. On track 1, All I Can Take, he leans into an 80s echo, then swerves into drill on Sweet Spot with Sexy Red, only to land in acoustic soul territory 2 tracks later. The production credits read like a modern R&B playlist. Daniel Caesar, MK.G, Dijon, Lil B. But the real shock is how cohesive it feels, like channel surfing inside Bieber's own mind. And if you're wondering whether he's finally over the justice era, the answer arrives in a single line from the opener. I gave you justice in court, now I need it at home. A nod to lawsuits past, or a veiled swipe at the tabloids. Either way, the hook grabs you by the collar and drags you into track 2, Walking Away, where the conversation turns deeply personal. Walking Away, and the ring that won't stay on cue, track 2, a slow burner with a gospel tinge and a title that practically screams "click me." By the first chorus, Justin is pleading, "Girl, we better stop before we say some shh. I ain't walking away. You were my diamond, gave you a ring." Around the world, lyric tweets explode, and #Hailey divorce rumor rockets back to trending again. Fans pick apart every stanza, the subtle jab at critics, the half-muttered confession of testing patience, and that lingering bridge where he admits, "Grace ain't cheap, but I bought it twice." Some call it a public apology, others insist it's shade. Either way, the track ends on a heartbeat-loud pause, then slips into a whispered transition. But promises sound different at midnight. And suddenly, you're staring down section 3, Hailey's one-line war. Before the internet can even digest the song, Hailey Bieber doubles down with a scorched earth IG story, the black and white family portrait from the album sleeve, baby Jack smack in the middle, and one caption, "Is it finally clocking to you, F***kecking losers?" In 24 characters, she torches 1 million Reddit threads. Screenshots ricochet across X. Stan accounts go DEFCON 1. The message is crystal. The Biebers are writing their narrative themselves, and anyone still rooting for a split can keep scrolling. Yet skeptics point out the defensive tone, wondering aloud if the clapback hides deeper cracks. As the drama simmers, track 4 starts to play. An up-tempo drill flirtation with none other than Sexy Red. Sexy Red. Birthday parties and studio whispers. Remember that paparazzi clip from the rapper's 27th birthday? Justin arriving solo, hoodie up, studio rumors swirling? Turns out, it wasn't a one-off. On Sweet Spot, Sexy Red shouts out, 2 rings, 1 wife, 0 side chicks. But her presence alone is enough to reignite gossip that Hailey allegedly banned late-night collabs. Bieber winks through the verse, layering coded lines. Red lights, private flights, but the ring stays on. Intentional reassurance or calculated tease, either way, the feature stokes the fire he claims he's trying to put out. And just as you start reading too far between the bars, track 5 fades into lullaby synths and a soft bass thump. The title, Dad's Love. Baby Jack and the lullaby that broke the feed. At 10 months old, Jack Blues Bieber has already landed a studio credit. Fans first glimpsed him in June, gurgling beside a mixing console while Dad hummed unfinished hooks. And now, Those baby coos open Dad's love. Justin trades falsetto for gentle whisper vocals, confessing sleepless nights and diaper disasters before dropping the punchline. He smiles like me, but cries like you. The whole internet melts. Proof that the once wild pop star has reached peak domestication. Or has he? Because 50 seconds later, Drusky barges in, mid-track, mid-lullaby, with a laugh so hard you snort skit that resets the vibe entirely. Drusky's Couch, Faith and Fear 3 interludes, all labeled Therapy Session, splice the album into emotional acts, comedian/confidant. Drusky needles Justin about sounding too light-skinned and chasing R&B validation, only to pivot into real talk, mental health meds, the chaos of fame, and learning to pray when the cameras go dark. The jokes land, but you can feel the weight of every pause. On the second interlude, Bieber finally blurts, "I lost myself in filters, bro. The mirror lied, the numbers lied, but the silence at 3 a.m. never did." It's raw, maybe the rawest we've heard since Purpose, and it segues straight into the title track, a synth gospel stomper where he reclaims swag as self-acceptance, not empty bravado. Yet before listeners can breathe, a sharp police scanner sample crashes in. Standing on business, repeat, standing on business. You know exactly what's coming next. Standing on business. From viral clip to sonic grenade. Last month, a TMZ camcorder caught Justin barking, "It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business." After a paparazzo shadowed him and Hailey at 2 a.m., the clip became an instant meme. Critics mocked his phrasing. Fans tattooed it on shirts. Here, Bieber flips the audio into a marching band trap anthem. Snare rolls thunder while he raps about pushing back against press vultures. They feed on your panic, then sell it acrylic. So I turned the lens on him, made the frame systemic. Mid-track he splices in Hailey's voice note, "You already won, stop explaining yourself." The effect is disarming, part love letter, part rally cry, setting the stage for the album's thematic crescendo. Life after Scooter. Ask any industry insider and they'll tell you, severing ties with Scooter Braun was Bieber's biggest gamble since the mop hair days. Swag addresses it obliquely on Exit Row, a moody R&B cut that imagines a plane ride where the pilot walks out mid-sky. Justin sings of new maps, old turbulence, but closes on a victorious note. "I shot the flare, built my own runway." The credits list Bieber himself as executive producer, no longer the kid handed hit singles, but the grown man steering the entire machine. And in a meta twist, the track bleeds straight into Way It Is, a blissed-out duet with gospel legend Marvin Winans, signaling that the album's final word belongs not to the headlines, but to faith. The confession or the con? 54 minutes later, silence. You might feel enlightened. You might feel played. Did Justin Bieber just bare his soul? Or did he craft the slickest PR response in pop history? He's issued no interviews, leaving fans to decode cryptic IG captions and lyrical breadcrumbs. What we do know is this: the marriage rumors, the fatherhood glow, the paparazzi clash. They're all woven into one cohesive narrative now, streaming on every platform. So ask yourself, when an artist puts the gossip into 808s, is he squashing the rumor or feeding it? Drop your theory in the comments, smash that like if you caught every Easter egg, and don't forget to subscribe, because if this album proves anything, it's that the Bieber story isn't just music. It's the most binge-worthy drama of 2025, and the next episode could drop at any moment. Picture this. It's 3 a.m. in Laurel Canyon, the hills are humming with coyotes, and every phone in the house is in a Faraday bag, because even a stray vibration could leak the album of the year. Inside a candlelit studio that once hosted Joni Mitchell, Bieber is on the floor, barefoot, eyes shut, tracing melodies with his finger on a Persian rug. 6 people are present. No more, no less. 2 are engineers sworn to NDA silence. One is a chef whose only job is to keep the room smelling like burnt cedar and brown sugar, and the remaining 3 are friends from his pre-fame Stratford days, hand-picked to remind him what the ground feels like. These are the Swag Sessions, a series of nocturnal lock-ins that spawned half the record and birthed a mythology of their own. The rules were brutal. If you walked out, you didn't come back. No social media, no outside food, and, most surprising, no talk of numbers. Spotify streams, chart positions, brand deals, banned topics. One engineer later whispered that Bieber treated swag like an exorcism. Every take felt like he was peeling off a layer of armor. When he hit the last chorus of All I Can Take, we just sat there, sweaty and stunned. Nobody dared hit stop. In the age of TikTok snippets, that kind of monastic discipline borders on rebellion. And you can bet viewers will eat up every anecdote. Cue a quick montage of grainy Polaroids. Justin hunched over an SP404, Hailey dozing with headphones askew, Drusky mid-belly laugh, and you've got visuals your audience will replay frame by frame. Now, about that tour everyone's whispering about. While no dates are official, insiders claim the working title is The Swag and Sacrifice World Tour. Instead of sports arenas, the first leg targets historic theaters. Think 4,000-seat Art Deco palaces where the balconies creak and the ghosts of Sinatra still lurk backstage. The concept? Every seat is front row energy. Stage design sketches leaked on Discord show an 18-foot rotating prism wrapped in translucent LED fabric, mapping real-time fan tweets around Bieber like a digital halo. Add a 4-piece gospel choir suspended on hydraulic risers, and you get the most intimate stadium show ever engineered. If the rumor mill holds true, the opening night will culminate in a live baptismal moment. Yes, water on stage, mirroring the redemption arc Bieber threads through tracks like Way It Is. That's either a spiritual spectacle or the boldest merchandising gimmick since Kanye's floating stage. Your viewers will be split, which is perfect. Debate drives comments, comments drive reach. Speaking of merch, the swag economy is already in motion. A soft launch pop-up in Tokyo last week sold out in 47 minutes, with prices that made supreme drops look humble. Items ranged from $40 Lyric stamped candles to a $900 vegan leather varsity jacket, stitched with Jack's birth date in Roman numerals. One collector allegedly camped for 36 hours just to snag the Dad's Love baby blanket, planning to flip it for triple on StockX. Whether you call that devotion or madness, it proves Bieber has transformed fandom into a micro-market that lives and dies on exclusivity, and every scarcity-driven sale becomes another subplot you can weave into your video's climax. That leaves one last breadcrumb, an unlisted YouTube short, 5 seconds long, uploaded to Bieber's channel the moment swag dropped. It's just a static shot of a neon pink payphone ringing off the hook. No caption, no hashtags, but viewers who slowed it to 0. 25 fags swear you can hear a baby coo between rings. A call for help? A marketing puzzle? Nobody knows. What's certain is that curiosity keeps watchers glued, hunting clues they can brag about finding first. And as any seasoned creator will tell you, nothing fuels retention quite like the promise of an unsolved mystery waiting just around the corner.